When the ego speaks, the ego listens on the other side. Now, I'll give you a very interesting example. I made a video sometime back, and I received a comment in the comment section where this person expressed his opinion about my concept. And he was a bit critical of my concept, which is completely fine, because we are all allowed to have our own opinions, our own viewpoints, our own ideas and beliefs. And the core of my message is that my concept does not necessarily have to be your truth. You like it, if it brings joy to you, stick to it. Go in depth. But if it's not useful, you're free to have your opinions, you're free to explore other teachings as you like. But an interesting thing happened. That comment, it started snowballing into this reply back and forth between two people. Now, one was justifying my concept and the other was criticizing it. And the conversation was very interesting to see. Although I did not intervene, I did not say anything, but I read the entire thread where this one person was constantly saying that, this is utter rubbish, and this is not practical, and this and that. While on the other side, there was this person who was saying, no, this concept is very useful. You have not explored this idea. You should do like that. You should do this. Then you will get to know. And at one point, one of the persons started replying with blah, blah, blah. So the person on the other side would say something, and the person on this side would reply blah, 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 blah. It was actually very funny. And, that's the whole point, that the person trying to justify my concept as truth to the other, that actually is also the ego. And the person on the other side, because his views are being challenged, completely puts up his shield. So he says that I'm not going to listen. So he replies with blah, 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 blah. And this is the point, that when a viewpoint is forced onto another person, that becomes doership. Anybody who is interested in a topic, in a concept, if he's deep down, if he or she is convinced that that is their truth and that has brought peace of mind to them, for them, then they should not have the need to justify it to others. So if you do not resonate with the message of non-duality or non-doership, that is perfectly fine. And you are allowed to express yourself, your opinions. I think as long as we don't use nasty language, everything is fine. Criticism is also fine. So the other viewpoint is also completely accepted. But for the ego, the need to justify that my view is the only view and others' view does not matter. Why does the other not see my point of view? That need can itself be a very big trap. And nobody has been able to convince people using force by being pushy. That's a fact of your life. You cannot do that. I see a lot of youngsters who get into the teaching. They, at an early stage, when they're still grasping the concept, when they're still learning the concept, they feel this need to, convince their parents about the teaching or the message. And that itself becomes a trap for them, because they need to convince that there is no ego, and nobody is the doer. Now, what you have to remember is that our parents they have been conditioned since many years, and they believe in a particular set of ideas and beliefs which according to them is correct. So what makes you think that that you'll just come and watch a couple of videos or read maybe one or two books, and that you'll change all that programming, in your parents, in your friends? You can't do that. The point is that the message has to naturally resonate with people. That is why I don't usually market my channel. I don't put up promotions, for the simple reason is that I believe that people should be naturally pulled to it. And I'm not concerned about the algorithm. Whether it promotes me or not, it does not matter to me. Most of the viewers that see my channel, I think they have all come organically. And if I have a small group of people who are willing to listen to the idea, and if my ideas are benefiting them, then that is enough for me. So that's the whole thing. When ego speaks from one side, the ego listens from the other side. And then there is no communication happening. There is only this tennis match happening back and forth. You did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. There's no communication at all. Only a quiet mind is a receptive mind. Only that mind is capable of listening. And when you are truly convinced, deep down, when you truly, when this knowledge penetrates your being, it becomes your reality, then there is no need to convince anybody of anything.